let's talk about risk. I was on the plane one day and I was sitting next to two university students, and they began to talk to me, and the one spoke to me about taking risks. And so I'd like to share something on risks. This student was talking about the risks that he was taking as a young adult. And I said something to him. I said, it's good to take risks, just make sure that they are calculated risks. And I want to just explain that concept of a calculated risk. A lot of people misunderstand what it means. So let's have a scenario. You've got to make a decision on something. You're looking into something and you want to make a decision. So now you look at that decision, but it's completely unknown to you. So immediately you're in a position of some kind of risk because you don't know how the outcome will be. So the wise thing to do now is to begin calculating. So the calculation is doing the research, speaking to people who've done that, who've been there. As a Christian, I would pray. That's part of my calculation, is in the prayer. But basically, calculating means that you are going through the thought process of working out, if this works, that's going to happen. If it doesn't work, that's going to happen. What is some insight that other people can give me? And all that research that you do that is your calculating. And then it comes to the point of making the decision. So let's say you've got to make this decision and you're feeling very positive and there's no check or nothing, no concerns. So then that would be classified as a decision that there's not really risk, because you've done your research and the chances are good and it's positive, and if something goes wrong, you already know what you can do, and so the risk doesn't appear high. But what if you have a little kind of feeling, something feels uneasy? Now, here's where this is the big part, the calculation. In part of the research is part of it, but there's more to it. When I get that check of that uncertainty, should I do this? Then I've got to analyze that. I've got to ask myself, why am I apprehensive? Am I feeling just nervous because it's new? I've never done it. The risk is normally when you've never done something. That's when there's risk. If you've done it many times before, the risk is less than the first time. So here you are, and you're worried, and what if it doesn't work? I'm scared, it's new. That does not constitute a valid reason not to do something, because that is life. Life is full of opportunities to do things that you've never done before, and there's always going to be that kind of, if you will, anticipation or kind of a fear that comes, and what if, all that, I don't know what I'm going to do. All those are all things that are part of the process. But that's not a reason to not do it. But let's say you get this kind of check. Something, people call that the gut feeling. Something's not right here. Something doesn't feel right about this. And it's not that I'm nervous. It's not that I'm afraid. I've done the research. There's just something, that gut feel. I call it a check in my spirit. But for anybody, it would equate to your gut feel. Your gut feel says something. And so then I would say, you've got to hold back. That is a wise decision that you're going to make, because there's something about that you can't put your finger on it, but there's something not right there. And that's what we got to watch out for, that check in your spirit, or that gut feeling where you can't put your finger on it, but this does not feel right. Like we get that about people. Something about that person is not right. And that's all, I believe, God warning us and saying, there's something here you don't know. I know, but you don't know it. But I'm just giving you that check. And so that's where we got to hold back, because now it will become not just a risk, but it will become an irresponsible risk that you're taking. That's when it becomes irresponsible, or it becomes dangerous, because we're not listening to that intuition that we're getting. And there's a reason for it. And so I hope that clarifies a calculated risk. When is something really a risk, and when is it calculated? And the calculation is in all that process that you go through. But if you have that gut feeling, that intuition that something's not right here, I want to encourage you, follow that intuition, because God is telling you something. He's trying to prepare you or warn you for something, against something, and you want to rather go take a step back and rethink that process until and as long as that gut feel of something's wrong, as long as that is there, I would say it would be irresponsible to make that decision. I hope that helps someone who's got to take some new decisions. So go ahead, take those risks, but calculate them and make wise decisions.